Hi, and welcome back to Finders Beepers History Seekers. And I am more nervous than I have been on any explore this year. To be fair, on any explore since last time I went to Northern Ireland, I am genuinely worried. I'm in the middle of nowhere, in the most wonderful building. I wish I could show you outside, but it's pitch black. But the building is a chateau in France, deepest, darkest France. And I've been warned that the neighbours are on it. And because of being in the middle of nowhere, no one knows where I am. Literally, I could disappear and never be found again. But it's so worth it. I've walked through 2 rooms and I'm already like, wow. Anyway, let's get showing you around. Right, we'll start off in probably what is going to be the least impressive room in the whole of the building. So we are in like a little pantry storeroom at the moment. But I don't know if you notice, the walls are round. And the reason for that is we are at the base of the tower of the building. It's got a big French tower on the side of it. And it looks so good. What is this? What is this? Look at that. That spoon. And I think that's made out of a vegetable, you know. I think it's like a hollowed out vegetable that's been made into like a spoon. I think that's just a big rock, yeah. But I'll sort of try and tell you what I know about the background of this place. Now, I can't find anything about how old the place is, but I would say at least 400 years old. Just looking at the exterior and what it's like inside, at least 400 years old. Keep hearing a noise and I'm freaked out as it is. But the latest family to live in here was an African family, quite a wealthy, well, you've got to be to own this place. Honestly, if I can try and show you the outside of this place before we're done, I will. But you've got to have some pennies to live here. It is crazy. But yeah, an African family. And then they just disappeared. I feel like I've been in a few recently where people have just upped and left. And it's the same with this. So anyway, let's get out of this pantry and straight into the kitchen. Now, something has definitely been burnt in here. That's like blackened, but then there's a piece of wood just there, look, around the corner, that's been burnt as well. But you can see some of these doors already are relatively old. Look, that had got a hole in it there. Maybe it used to have one of the wire mesh bits on it to let, I don't know, heat in, cold out, one or the other. Because you used to get those a lot in places like this. Look, it's been blocked up on the back. But it's an old door, that. You can tell by the wood. Anyway, let's get round this fireplace, because this is the edge of the fireplace, and into the kitchen, if I can. Bit of a squeeze, but oh lad, there's stuff on the floor as well, which makes it harder. This is brill. Now, if we ignore this side of the kitchen, which is the 1970s disaster, then we'll be fine. But if we turn round, look at that fireplace. Massive, massive fireplace there, with a little bread oven or some sort of oven at the side. Big plaque up there, weighing scales. This light that's made out of a massive piece of wood and a big stone arch ceiling on it. There's all sorts of strange looking items, to be fair. That looks a little bit African as well. And some nuts there as well. But there's lots of little things I keep noticing. What was it I saw a second ago? Oh yeah, this, look. The iron. Big old iron. And I think, wouldn't you put maybe put coals inside it, open it up at the front. You take, I don't know if I can do it. No, it's rusted shut. But you open it up and I think you put coals inside that one, and then you can do your ironing. Imagine that. You can't regulate your temperature or squirt any water out or anything like that. Look at me, I know how to iron. Got bars on the windows there, and the original old hand-cut stones. It's brilliant. Now, I don't know what's going off down here. I feel like there's a squirrel that lives here because that is a hell of a lot of nuts. But maybe, I don't know, maybe they just harvested them around here, because I know sort of south of France and places like that, you get a lot of things like walnuts. But I just think this fireplace is just brilliant. I really, really do. With things like weighing scales on, the big metal hooks to hold the meat up. There's a big like fire guard with a coat of arms on the back. Look, there's a like an angel at that side and a big thing there. I can hear cars. I don't like it. There is a big road not far from here, but I don't know if they come in here or if it's just going along that main road. It's horrible. Now I'm going to take you back into the room that I came in through. What we got in here? Because I want to show you what it looked like when I first walked in. All the keys on the back of there, look. Yeah, I wanted to show you the angle I walked in at, just to give you an idea of how I was like, wow, this is brilliant. Now, you can see there is a lot of destruction in here as well. God, I just saw that bit on my bag. I thought someone were there next to me. Yeah, look, we've definitely got things falling through. It's going to be quite dangerous, I think, this explore. But what I've seen, at least some of it, is amazing. So we'll have to try and avoid that. We don't want any more near-death experiences in France. The thing is, when I came to France this time, I said to my dad, things come in threes. The last time I was here, I got robbed. The time before, I fell through the ceiling and broke my pelvis. So what is going to happen this time? And it genuinely is weighing on my mind a little bit. I actually think since I got robbed, I've been a bit wary of coming abroad, and that's not like me. So to be able to get back in the saddle and come has just made me feel so much better. I feel loads better now. But yeah, get your predictions in. I definitely think there's been fire. I can smell fire now. Oh, look, that's one of the family members that used to live here. Right, I'm going to actually take you back across to where I walked in. Right, look at this for a room with a huge arched ceiling. And it is really high, that. I mean, really high. Like, just to give you an idea, this piece of furniture here is about the same height as me, about 6 foot. And it doesn't come anywhere near the top of the ceiling, nowhere near. Look at all the artwork as well around the room. Like, it's quite easy just to look at it and think, oh, it's just plain, but it's not. It's got artwork around, an old fireplace here. It's just little things as well, like, don't know if that's just flowers in there. Big pieces of furniture, marble topped. It's brilliant. What's this? I'm not sure. Sugar? I can't remember, but it's been used to put money in, whatever it is. And then got cool little plates as well. Now I am a bit wary of being stood next to this door because the next door neighbour, oh look, before we talk about the next door neighbour, little hunting scene. The next door neighbour is notoriously bad and they have a great view. I've just been up next to their house not realising I'd gone too far in the car, and I could look back and see this place, and if they see my torch next to this door, I could be done for before I even start. So I am a bit worried, a bit concerned. However, fuck 'em, we're great. Now I've got another a piece of artwork in a similar style, but this is on material or board of some sort with holes in it and a big fastening. Oh look, someone else that lived here at some point. So I don't know if that's original or not. I am so jumpy. Every single thing I hear. Just some jars for making stuff. You know me in kitchens, we don't get on that well, because it's just stuff that everybody has, like tins of tomatoes that have gone funny. But I don't mind hanging around in kitchens when they look like this. Although it's not really a kitchen, is it? There's no sinks, it's like a dining room. But they've got kitchen stuff in here. Oh look, these are a bit like the chairs from last week, but without the monogram. They've got the leather back that's like embossed, and the seat. Yeah, it's almost the same. That's really good. What we got over around here? We've got lots of, I keep seeing loads of records knocking about. Old LPs. Bit of vinyl. And we've got some CDs and stuff as well. So I don't think it's that long since they've moved away. But I'm not 100% sure when it was. And then that is a big piece of furniture. That's probably near enough 12 foot. Just thinking about me stood next to it. Yeah, maybe between 10 and 12 foot that. So that makes you realise how high these ceilings are. And this is the family look. And Mary, I would say, and Jesus. That is definitely not Jesus. And some other bits and bobs as well. Oh, I love it in here already. I really do. Look at that. That's good, isn't it? It's like Luminaire out of Beauty and the Beast. He is called Luminaire, isn't he? But you can imagine him starting to... You know what? In fact, this place makes me think of, like, the Beast's house. Oh, bloody hell. That's really reminded me of it now. I can imagine him singing and dancing across the table. Like the amount I talk about Disney things, you'd think I love Disney, but I don't think I've hardly ever seen a full Disney film. But I still seem to know all about them, which is weird. But I suppose I've got two girls, one who's pretty much 20 and one that's 18. So they went through the Disney princess kind of stuff. So I would be making tea and sort of half watching it, that's why. Anyway, let's keep going. Anyway, just before we go out, I noticed one more thing. That's a spinning wheel, I think, that's been turned into a light, which is pretty cool. And also this mirror is brilliant. I love that. And the little gong at the side, telling people the tea's ready. Anyway, let's go through here. Right, I've just walked through this door. We're now at the bottom of the stairs, which I'm sort of a bit reluctant to go up straight away. I want to stay on this bottom floor. However, we have a slight problem. So this door that leads us through the house is locked. However, there is a door. Thought I heard a voice then. There is a door there. And there is stuff to look at on here. I don't know if we can get out that way and through a different door. If we can, we'll do that first. If not, we'll go up these stairs. But just look at it in here. That big hanging plant there, which is obviously fake because it's still alive. You've got a little clown. Now this is a combination I don't think I've ever seen. Is it Jesus and a temperature thing? That's what it looks like to me. Oh no, has it got a little vial of holy water in it? I think it has, yeah. Yeah, Holy Land olive wood it's made out of. A pair of boobies there and a little vagine, I think. I'm not sure what that is actually. I'll turn it over if there's a bum there. Yeah, it's a little vagine. Look, got loads of fake plants in their entranceway. A little motorbike. Imagine living here, razzing up and down on your land, on your motorbike. It'd be crazy. It's so good, that though. So good. Freddie would love it. He'd probably kill himself on it, but he would absolutely love that. What we got around this corner? Let's put your, maybe hang your coats on. Put your boots at the bottom of it, maybe. Some more fake flowers here in what looks like a cot. Is that not a cot? That looks like an old-fashioned cot. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, there's some photos there as well. We'll look at them in a minute. And they're bits off benches from outside. Oh, this place is brilliant. Oh, look, there's more here as well. So these are the people that lived here. And it's looking like that's potentially back in Africa. I'm not sure. Oh, this is good. Look at him in his vest and shorts. What a lad. But yeah, I bet it was a very different life living over in Africa to living here. Very different. I don't know, I just think of Africa as busy, like always doing something. Oh look, elephants. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong, but it makes me think of like busy, like lots of people and things like that, whereas the south of France is very much laid back, not very much happening. Like the biggest gossip is that somebody chose Pepsi from the shop instead of Coke, that sort of thing. Or they bought 2 baguettes this week, which means that they're definitely seeing someone. Do you know what I mean? It's just weird. It's weird how... And the thing is, right, so when I've been in other countries, so for example, I started off was it last year or the year before? I was in Italy. I flew to Italy and I drove to Croatia, Slovakia, Bosnia and Hungary. And every time you went over a border, it was like instantaneous. You knew you were in a different country. Everything changed. The house styles changed. The people obviously spoke differently, but looked different. The surroundings, like the hills just seemed to change. It was really weird. It's like it almost like was segregated. It's odd. It's really, really odd. But I just think like a big culture shock of Africa to Southern Europe would be massive. It would be really massive. Hot, dry place to green, lush valleys. Weird. Now, I don't know what the relevance is of the guy with the vest on, because obviously this is one family, but he sort of sticks out a bit like a sore thumb. He's there, look. Now, was it that he maybe married one of these and came over here? Because I'm just looking at this. This looks like it's from 1917, according to that, 1718. Maybe I'm wrong, that's what it looks like there. I wonder if that was his mother. I wonder if she owned this place previous. I don't know, the total guesses. I know there is some history on this place because there's another explorer that's done this place that I got a little bit of information out of, but I would like to find a bit more out because it sort of intrigues me a little bit. What brought them back here? Was it his ancestral home and he'd been living in Africa for a bit? Or maybe he's unrelated altogether. I just don't know. Maybe it was her ancestral home. You just don't know. But they were here in 2000, look. So, 25 years. Maybe they left then, maybe they left after. Not sure. This chair's good. I do like this chair. Right, let's have a look at some of these photos. Look, he's there again. He's in the back. And when I say he stands out like a sore thumb, not being racist. Like, obviously, just out of the photographs, predominantly black people, dark skinned people, however you want to say it these days, dark pigmentation. Oh, God. You get tripped up on so many things, to be fair, with stuff like that. But at the end of the day, they're all people. It doesn't really matter. I just wonder why he was in Africa. Is he something to do with the church? Was he a missionary, look? Because they're church photos. It's only the history of it I'm interested in, not why there's a white person living with a black person. Don't care about that. Doesn't bother me at all. But I just wonder what got him to Africa, why he was there in the first place. And then obviously they came over and visited France. And I'm sure there's going to be some person in the comments that's going to be going, oh, migrants, or send them all back. End of the day, if you're British, you are made up of so many different influences, whether that be French, German, Vikings, Romans, all Celts, all over. Absolutely all over. So the people that go, oh, Britain's not Britain anymore, never bloody was. It was every influence under the sun. And the thing is, migration is Britain. It really is. Now, overcrowding and people coming here and not contributing, that's a whole other thing. But I'm not getting into the politics of that. But what I am saying is, don't make it about something it's not. It's someone's house where someone lived. It's not about what colour they are or what country they came from. Think about bloody Benidorm. Every person there is from England. It's stupid. I don't know why people focus on stuff like that so much. It really is daft. Anyway, that's my warning rant out of the way, waiting for the comments to come, because I'm sure there will be. There's always one. But look at the big, thick wooden base to this, and then the metal struts. And these steps actually are quite wide. So in a lot of these houses, when they go around a tight corner like that, the steps will be probably half that. But this, you could fit, if I'm stood there, you could probably fit someone there and then a child. So like 2.5 people width walking up side by side. They're really, really good steps. But we'll come back to that in a minute, because I want to go and see if we can get in this next room. I definitely can't get through here, can I? No, it's locked. Now, I've been so scared that I weren't going to get in here. And the reason for that is, I came on this trip thinking, right, I need 2 locations. I need to go and do 2 locations, because I'm going away to France again on Saturday, but I'm flying. So I thought, right, I'll go and do 2 easy ones. And then I thought, why? Why not come to the one that I've been wanting to do for months? Since that happened where I got robbed, this place has been on my list of places to come, and it's not far away from where I got robbed. And it's taken me 10 hours to get here today. Like, there's a dog barking. Yes, Friday I drove about 8 hours, and then I've driven another, well, I've been on the road for 10 hours again today. So really, I've come far too far, because I've got to be back on a ferry the day after tomorrow, back up at Calais. So I've got a long drive again tomorrow. But you know what? I can already tell this place is worth it. Right, let's head out here, which I think goes outside. Now I'm hoping, because this is the bit we were looking through here a minute ago from that dining room. I'm hoping these doors here that I could see, we can actually get inside the building. Look at the big doors there. This is almost like an area they would have brought, I don't know, their old cars into. Like an outdoor car storage area at some point, or horse and cart, or, oh look, the steps there that go up into a separate building. I'll have to try and remember to come and have a look in there. But yeah, look, big gates. Well, we'll go and have a look round that bit in a bit. But we can get in here. And oh my lord, I'm glad we can, because it looks brill. Now it is strange, because this room has only really got one way in and one way out through this door, which I find really odd. I would expect there to be another door at that side there, and there isn't. So that's really, really weird. But I'll sort of try and show you the room. There's a lot of stuff chucked about, but look at this. Look at it in here. Look at that clock. That grandfather clock. Somebody told me what they were called in the comments today, and I cannot remember, but it's almost exactly the same as the one last week, but bigger. But anyway, let's look at some of the stuff. I think this is a safe. I think it is. From Paris, look. Pierre Hafner, 12 to 14, Passage Geoffrey, Paris. Something moving. Something or someone were moving then. Don't like that. Right, let's keep looking. God, I'm on edge. Look at these two here. I wonder if they lived here. He's a proper Frenchman, him. And I wonder if that's that same woman we saw a minute ago, but younger. Not sure. And then that's like North African influence by the looks of things on there as well. With the camels and the donkeys and stuff like that. And that's more French, that one. Look at the wallpaper though. That's crazy wallpaper. It's almost textured. Genuinely making me feel ill, this place. I think it's the wind. I think the breeze is blowing things about. Once again though, this room is so, like the ceiling is so high. So high. Like, I think I only just come past the top of that fireplace, head and shoulders above that. And then you've got all that way to go up to the top. It's crazy. But look at these seats. We're not going into what they're called again, because I have no idea. I had so many different people saying different things last week that I don't know, still don't know. I don't know if they're sofas, settees, whether they, I don't know. Oh, look. Now surely this isn't going to be a Singer. Because, oh, it's an Amiga. An Amiga sewing machine built into the table as well, with the box that goes on the top of it. And then the little drawers with the buttons and twine and things like that in it. I don't like buttons, and I don't like bits of cotton either. But it is good. It is really good. And then this bit at the bottom, you'd do with your foot, and it'd spin round. I don't know how you'd do it to get like the rhythm. I don't know if you'd have to put your foot fully on it and do like that. I can't film it and do it at the same time. But yeah, look, another what looks like North African scene there, next to something that's quite European looking. Now what I'm just going to do is, because the rooms are so big, I've got one of my smaller torches on, so I'm going to try changing it over, see if I can make it a bit brighter. Right, hopefully that's a little bit better. I just felt it were a little bit dull, and like the ceilings just don't look quite right. But yeah, those chairs are really good, and this is brilliant. It's got what looks like Jesus in the centre there, and then some people around him. I don't know who they are. I don't know if they're just like followers, like Christians. I don't know what you want to call them. But I don't understand what this big bit is for. Why is that shape on French and Italian grandfather clocks? Did they have a bigger thing going across? Like, what are they called? Can I open this? Don't want to break it. I don't know if I can open it or not. No, it's very much wedged. I don't want to break it. But yeah, I don't know. Pendulum, that's the word I'm looking for, isn't it? Pendulum. Did they have a bigger pendulum and you could just see it? Surely the French ain't got bigger pendulums than the UK. You'd think we'd have big ones and they'd have little tiny ones. But yeah, maybe that's what it were for. But I do love that. I know we have them in the UK, but when it's sat next to all things like this, I just think it's brilliant. And I'm still debating if this is a safe. Like, because what are these bits? Why is there an hole there? And why is there 3 holes there? Do you put like keys in those bits? I'm guessing it's like the heaviest thing in the world. Yeah, it is. I don't know who's booted it over, but it will took some force. But then, like I said, there's some weird items in here as well. There's a rowing machine just sat in the corner next to like Victorian photos and a strange lamp. Then in this corner you've got a 1990s PC setup with your phone fax, your printer, some strange doll with the most piercing blue eyes you've ever seen, and the old computer tower. And I think it's just really odd. You just wouldn't put that in here because it just don't fit. And Jesus don't look very happy about it either. He's a bit like Superman Jesus. I just feel like he's gonna fly off in his cape in a minute with his shiny hair. Look at that shiny hair. Ain't you got a good beard and hair, Jesus? Bleeding heck. Bet you use Vidal Sassoon. One of these days I want to be struck down. I want to be smited by the almighty God for taking the piss out of Jesus. Now, I don't like to film myself in things like this because I hate it. But I think it gives you an idea of how big that mirror is. Like, I'm stood 6 foot away from it and I look tiny in it because it is massive. You've got a massive marble fireplace underneath as well. An old, what looks like leather bucket. I don't know if it's leather or plastic actually. Like, there's some old things, but then there's new stuff as well. New 90s telly in the corner and VCR. I suppose it's weird, like, if you're just living, it's not a museum, is it? If you're living your life in here, in the 90s, you're going to have 90s stuff. So it's sort of weird, but me personally, I'd sort of want to just fill it with Victorian stuff. It's strange, isn't it? It's weird. Like, you don't think about it like that, everyday life, having to go on a computer and have a printer and have a fax machine. Right, so we're going to have to go back outside. I don't know if that is what I could hear, look. That blowing up and down. And I don't know if there's a door there. But I think I'm going to go back out of this way. Thought I heard something again then. I'm going to go out of this way because then we're shielded from them seeing my torch around the back of the building. I don't know whether to go up and look in that tower first or in a bit. In a bit, I think. Right, I'm a little bit confused by this place because that is where we've just been in. And it comes to an end there in the room that we went in up to. But then there is like a lean-to here. So I don't know how you get to that, whether that's here or not. But it's a tall tower, this place. Yeah, I think this is just like heating and stuff. So maybe we need to go upstairs. But then there's another building here next to us, another one here. It all seems to be part of the same thing. So I'm a little bit confused by it all. So I'm just going to try and make my way around the ground floor of all the buildings and then make my way upstairs. Or should I go up there? I don't know what to do. I've decided I think I want to go back into the main house and up the stairs because I think all the best stuff should be in the main house and these will be like storage or something, I don't know, but that's my choice. But that upstairs also has a downstairs, so we'll definitely be coming back out here again in a minute. That's if I don't kill myself. I've gone very dizzy. I don't know what's wrong with me. I've suddenly gone really dizzy. I'm feeling like I did back in the day when I used to run. After I'd run a race, I'd feel nervous, like I'd been feeling nervous and all the adrenaline had been pumping. And then you used to get something called an adrenaline hangover where you'd go a bit shaky or like tired or headache or feel rubbish. I feel like that. Now, it's not a problem because I'm used to it, or I was used to it when I used to run, but it makes you go a little bit off balance, which is not what I need when there's dodgy floors about. I don't want to just fall down and die, unless it's something else altogether, and I'm about to have an heart attack. Just never know, do you? I'm in that age range now, 45, prime time to be having a heart attack. And I know you're all going to be saying, well, lose some weight then. I will, don't worry, I will. But I think I'm over hot. I think that's mainly what it is. I'm too hot. And I ain't brought a drink with me because I'm an idiot. Right, we've made our way up. God, yeah, it's like I'm explaining to me mum in it what I've done. That I'm a naughty boy and I know I should be looking after myself, but I'm not. Well, if you want me to come to these places, you've got to expect me to... Oh my lord. That is not what I expected to find through this door. And that's the bit that's collapsed as well, which I'm sort of glad about, because if it's where all the boiler and stuff is, I'd rather it be collapsed in there than where the good stuff is. But up we go again. I think I'm gonna have to take this hoodie off. I think that will help. I think it'll help massively. Right, hoodie off. I genuinely feel a little bit better already just from taking that off. I start to get the shakes, which is not a nice feeling at all. But I'll get the shakes back in a minute when you see this in here, look. Look at this. I feel a bit uncomfortable in here. I don't know why. Let me see if I can see that house from over there. Yeah, that glow is the house where the people live. So I've got to be careful in here. Well, I say I've got to be careful. If they're going to see it, they're going to see it. Look at that. Look at that. It's a shame she's missing arms. But look at this. Bruides par something. I'm not sure what that says. Oh, look at that. That's amazing. That is wonderful. Then you've got wedding photos. He's got a very dark complexion. He looks almost Italian. And then look at these here on the wedding day. Oh, it's so good. Just to think it could be in here, that. She don't look right happy, if I'm being honest. She doesn't look pleased at all. But yeah, look at the guy next to her as well. I'm guessing that's her dad. He's not particularly pleased, and neither is the boy. In fact, none of them. Is anyone smiling? Oh, the little plump lady, she's smiling. I'm guessing that's his mum. And the dad, they're both smiling. But nobody else is. That's a brilliant photo there. And then I've got Jesus again. Oh, I've got some plasters for Jesus. One of our subscribers sent me some Jesus plasters. Next time I went to Ireland, I was going to take them with me to put on Jesus's hands on all the pictures. I didn't think to bring them here. I do like that, even though it's quite sparse in this room. I'm sort of scared. I might have to shut this window. Even though that breeze is beautiful, I might just... Oh, I thought the curtain were attached, but it's not. But yeah, even though it's quite sparse, this room, there's not loads in it. There's something about it that's good. Look. Wow. That's a bit like carnival glass. A little plaque with Mary on it. That's really good. Another one of Mary there. Some like little hidden doors. I think if they were shut, I don't think I'd notice they were there. With some pretty tragic French 80s, 90s clothes in. And then we've got a little lamp. And two double beds. Don't you think that's weird? A double bed there and a double bed there. Now, don't get me wrong, they might have just got the kids two double beds. Hey, look. There's a door there. It'll probably be just to a cupboard. Yeah, it's just a cupboard. Thought they were going to be like hidden room then. I've never seen anything that I love quite as much as that. I think it's brilliant. I felt a bit bad that Jesus was on the floor, so I've picked him up. I've put him on the bed so he can have a chill out. Let his hands rest up a little bit. Anyway, on into the next room. This is a big chunky piece of it. Look at the key on that. Well, that's quite an old piece of furniture. Oh Lord. What we got in here? We've got a old telephone. These clothes stink like charity shops. It smells like a charity shop in that cupboard. That is not a nice smell at all. I used to have to go to charity shops quite a lot because when I was like a antiques and collectibles dealer, you used to get a lot of good stuff, especially in certain parts of Sheffield, like the more affluent places. You get all your old grannies that when they've popped the clogs, the family can't be bothered to sell everything on, so they just send them down to the charity shop. And you get really expensive clothes, you get like bits of furniture and stuff like that, and it was like so good. You can make loads of money off it. And I always sort of, at the back of my mind, wanted to tell the charity shops that they were missing out. But I'm like, no, I can't. So I knew what day clothes and things got brought down. They had a drop-off day, but there was no point going then because they had to sort through everything. So I used to go the day after or the day after that when they'd sorted everything out. But these days, charity shops or thrift shops, if you're American, know what they're doing. They price everything up. They know exactly what's going on, and there's no money to be made in anything that they sell. But like the salesman in me still sees things. Oh my Lord, another 2 beds in here. Now this is obviously an older person or a person with mobility issues that slept in this one because of the bit to get up, like the hoisty thing or whatever it is. But yeah, I do see things in these places and think, oh, I could make a load of money selling that. Obviously I don't do it, but there's still that part of the salesman in me that thinks, oh, I could sell loads of those. I could do really well with that. Oh Lord, I didn't realise it went in there. Oh, is that the tower? Maybe that's the tower. Right, let's have a look at some of these things on here first. So we've got a little thing for athletes, an athlete from 1991. What else is this? Is that some sort of cheer squad? Is it them that, oh, it's them baton twirler people, isn't it? That chuck the sticks up in the air and then do some spinning round and stuff. I don't know what they're actually called then. I don't know if they've got a specific name. Bon fête, maman. Bon fête, bon fête, bon fête. What's fête? It's good something, mum, but I can't remember what fête is. All I can think of is Boba Fett out of Star Wars. It's birthday, I think, because it's Joyous Noel for Christmas. It's not like Happy Day. It's Happy Birthday, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think it is. I swear I've forgotten more things than I actually ever learned. That doesn't work. These little books are good though. And yes, that is pretty much in English, the history of Rome. Someone was telling me off saying, oh, you can say you speak French, but you're only really reading the words that were like English. And yeah, sometimes you do, because they stand out to you. But sometimes you can't read it because it's in like joined up handwriting and stuff. But anyway, look, I know you'll struggle to get that, to understand what that says, but that says The Vendetta. I know that's a hard one. Right, what we got up here? Some more of those little books. A knob in a drawer. Oh, another one for a birthday, look. Oh God, but the thing is, don't you think she looks a bit like Belle from Beauty and the Beast? I think there's a bit of a theme going on in here, isn't there? It's like oh God, imagine if I were one of these people that do it. The Beauty and the Beast mansion or the Disney Palace. Wind me up. Urban Explorers, wind me up. Now this jacket's good. I do like this. This isn't quite as tragic as some of the other clothes we've seen. Still not so sure about that shirt, but the jacket's definitely good. Don't get me wrong, I do like some retro stuff. You can get like gangster hats. I really like those, but you've got to get the right size, because if you don't, you look like an idiot. But there's other ones as well. Like I like top hats and I like cravats. Whether I'd wear them is another thing. Whether they'd fit me is another thing. But I do like some older sort of clothing, but maybe not so much 70s and 80s stuff. Now what I have noticed is it's a matching set, this. That wardrobe, this dresser here with the marble top as well. God, this floor's creaky, isn't it? And this bed, this headboard, is that matching as well? Yeah, that's matching as well. They all match up. They've all got the same. Actually, no, that isn't matching. That is, because look, you've got that sort of up and down worm pattern at the top. Makes me think of worms off a Nokia 3310 or whatever it was. You've got it on there as well, the top of that one, and the same pattern up at the top of there as well. So they're definitely a matching set, but it's I don't know how old they are, not sure. Now personally, I would want this bedroom. This is the one, as a child growing up especially, this is the bedroom I would have wanted. Have my bedroom in here, and then through this little door here would have been my playroom. So yeah, sleep in here, do what you want, have your clothes in here, but then have all your toys in this. And like I said, oh, it's a toilet. Speeding toilet. Like I said, this is that tower. It's a domed room. Don't really know why there's a mattress in here. And the door, there's a door that goes outside that's been blocked up as well. I don't know if that goes onto a little balcony. Might look in a bit, oh, that toilet's vile. But yeah, I'm not sure what I think about the toilet in here. Especially with that, oh, you won't get the door open, I don't think, because of how they've plumbed that in. That's awful. I heard a woman's voice then. I've heard a woman's voice about 3 times now. I didn't know if it was somewhat shifting in my bag, but that time I weren't moving. The other thing I keep hearing is my nose is a little bit blocked, and when I breathe out through my nose, oh, so I'm not going to do it now. No, it's like making a really high-pitched noise, and it keeps putting me off and making me wonder what it is. But I have heard a woman's voice 3 times now while I've been in here. And I also heard, when I was coming back round from the side of the building, when I couldn't decide which bit to go in, I heard what sounded like a bleeding wild boar. It just went like that. But there is wild boar around here, so you just never know. There could be a grunter looking out for me, ready to get me. Oh, it'd be good though. I'd love to see a wild boar, as long as it didn't try and kill me, because they can kill you, can't they? If they get you in the right position, say if they knocked you off your feet, they've got them big tusky things. They could gut you. So I suppose they could kill you. Maybe not someone as big as me, but a child maybe. Walking back through here, I am properly... I can hear every little noise, every little creak. There's shutters on these that are just making me... Look, even things like this, look. See the bits of plastic or tape or whatever it is? They're just blowing in the wind and making a very slight noise. But because it's so quiet around here, it's easy to just think it's something else. Right, anyway, now I've stopped being a girl and pissing myself at every single... Not pissing myself, because laughing. We had this conversation the other day. Like, the Brits do a lot of pissing. You get pissed off, which means you're angry. You get pissed, which means you're drunk. You can... what else? Pissed off, pissed. You can piss off, which means like... You tell someone to piss off, which means go away. There's so many different words, so many things that we use. Can't hold your piss, which means that basically you can't keep a secret. We use piss in so many different... I was thinking about it the other day. I was talking to someone about it. Anyway, on to the next room. Oh, it looks good in here already. There's a breeze coming out of this room now. Let's see if I can fit past this big table. Oh, wow. Another amazing, amazing room. This place is just brilliant. So I'm guessing this is like the library. Look. Oh God, there's a book on Hitler to start off with. A little typewriter. My granddad used to have one very similar to that. And then look at this from 1921. This is brilliant. Oh, look. Permis de conduire l'automobile. So I'm guessing it's he was born in 1899. But yeah, it's basically a driving licence. Driving licence from not from 1899, from 1932, I think. I think that's what, is that what that year is there, look? I'm not 100% sure, that's what it looks like. Then this one, let's see, she's from Uganda. Is that what that says there, Uganda? That's a fingerprint. 1 metre 56. I'm just trying to see what it is. Is that a driving licence as well? I'm not sure. But then this is from the 1920s. Yeah, look, 1921. I don't know what it is a record of though. Once again, amazing writing, but I just can't read it, which is a shame. What's in this book? Let's see. Oh God, I need to do this better, otherwise it just keeps going dark every time I try and turn a page. That's a strange book. It goes straight from the front, blank pages, just into loads of writing. Is it a encyclopedia? No, why would it start on P? I don't really... Oh, it's about birds. Is it just... Oh, actually, I bet it starts at P because it'll be like we have Encyclopedia Britannica that goes through in different letters. I bet this starts at P because it's the one that is P, if you know what I mean. It doesn't say on anything, does it? Oh, it does. It does. It says it on the spine. Sorry, I'm not filming very well today. Yeah, dictionary, Francais. P to Z. Yeah, I were right. Hey, look at me being right for a change. What's this one as well? Another one here, look. A little card. Someone's signature on. I just love the fact that he was born in the 1800s, 1889. I just think it's brilliant. We've got his little photo there. That's so good. Student. I don't know what they did. 1925. It's something to do with like election. It's like a voter's card or something that, by the looks of things, from what I can work out. What are these? Every time I swap hands, it just goes like I've got Parkinson's or something. Right. Something from 1949. I don't know. Gardening book. Oh, there's some really good stuff. Just everywhere you look, there's something different. Like, look at this. What is this? I thought it were a book at first, but it's a tin. Oh. What is that? What is that big block of something in it? What's it say? Pierre Humide à reproduire. Mark A. I don't know what that is. I have no clue. There's nothing that's pointing towards anything for me. No idea. Let me know if you know, because I don't. That looks a little bit like it's crocodile skin. Something similar. And then look at these things. Look at that big... What is this? Look, a massive St. Bernard. Huge big St. Bernard. A massive bright cat. That is really bright, that cat. And then there's some more over here, look. Oh, I can't believe what I've just seen after what I've just been talking about a minute ago. Don't know, I didn't notice it a minute ago as well. Huge big cat. I don't know what that is. And a blue dog. They're like on acid or something, those toys. They're so bright. Now, it's unbelievable that what is next to me is here. After what we've just been saying a minute ago, what we're talking about, and then out of everything, there's something here that's like, what? I can't believe it. Yeah, look. Look at that. It's a stuffed wild boar's head, and it is massive. I didn't realise they were that big. That is just huge. Look at the teeth. You won't want to get bitten by one of them. I honestly think that definitely could take me out. I do. I'm not just saying it. Like, that is big. If the body's as big as its head, well, I mean, like, proportionately, that'd definitely kill me. This is really hard to film because of how big it is. But look at the size of its head compared to my massive head. I've got a huge head, and this guy has got like 3 of mine with the length of its snout and the width of its head. It's huge. That is crazy. I won't want to... imagine, I've got to walk back through the woods after this. Imagine I get, like, abused by 2 little piggy wiggies in the trees. That's not good. Yeah, while I was sat down, I noticed, one, there seems to be a book about the SS, which is quite worrying, as he's already got a book about Hitler. Then there's this, which I actually thought was here. It looks very similar to here, but it's not. That is very much what this place looks like. Now, walking over here, they've been playing a little game of chess with the glasses and the gloves and the cards. Definitely been set out by an explorer, I think. Maybe not. Maybe the worst. It's cool if it wasn't, but I think it probably will be. I love this though. Look at this. Like, it's a bit like you've got prisoners and you've got a little skeleton man, a dead body. Is it the storming of the Bastille? Look, scene dans l'interieur de Bastille. Yeah, it's the storming of the Bastille. So I'm guessing the ones in... is it the ones in blue or the ones in red that are bad? He looks like he's the king and he's been caught and he's in trouble. But he might not be. I don't know. Why is some of them in red? Not sure. Then he's naked and getting winched up by this guy. I don't know what he's about to do with those things there. Then you've got a very grey man there. And no, it's not me, before anyone says it. Being held up by a boy. I don't know why his hand's there. And then he's helping as well. Some peasants. Maybe it was the peasants that were revolting. I'm not sure. He's got a dagger in his hand, look, ready to kill. It's very good though. Prise de la Bastille. I don't really know much about the storming of the Bastille. In fact, I don't really know anything about it. Oh my lord. I've not noticed the big spiky thing there. Is he getting lifted up to be spiked to death on that? I don't know. Like I said, I don't really know anything about what happened. I'm guessing it was a prison or a castle of some sort, but that's all I know. It's a bit of a hole in my history knowledge, the French stuff. So even when it involves Britain, so like Napoleon and all them, and I can't think of anyone, the other guy, what's the other guy called? There's Napoleon and gone. But this is what I'm saying. I don't really know much about it. I've never really learned anything about it, and I probably should. It does interest me. I like it, but I don't really know anything about it. So maybe that's something to go away and think about. Matthew, you should go away and think about your life and why you haven't learned about the French. But like we were saying about the mix-up of cultures, this looks very African down the side of here. I don't know what it would be used for. Something tribal? I don't know. I'm not saying all Africans are in tribes before anybody thinks that. I'm saying, like, we have things from our history and they do from theirs when they were in tribes. So I've got to be very careful what I say. Very, very careful. This says Claude Monet on the outside. Oh, it's very new. I don't know what year it's from. Oh yeah, it's all about the The Life and Works of Claude Monet. Don't really know much about him either, apart from his paintings, but I don't know much about his life. Right. Oh, this was the other thing, look. Like a big African drum. I wondered what it was at first. For some reason thought it was a leg. I don't know why. Like a false leg. But if you got that for a leg, you're in trouble, aren't you? It's not going to work very well. Oh, look. Look at the little mini Bibles. Also, what is that? That is part of an animal. But it looks like an hamster. What animal is that part of? With the stripes on like that. That is very strange. Right, let's have a look in these little side rooms and see what's in there. Oh, look at this. This is pretty. Pretty weird. It's sort of pretty, but sort of not. What's going on? What's this big blob in the middle here? Do you reckon there was something else on that that's been removed? Because it just looks like... I don't know. Something disgusting. Something with hair and grease. That's what it makes me think of. Right. Let's have a look in here. What we got. Oh, some more of those dictionaries up there. It's only... Oh, it's a bigger room actually than I thought it was. Just got to get in first. So, got a little writing desk. Little bits of stuff on. Oh, the ceiling's coming down. I wondered what were under my feet. But yeah, it's just general books, I think. I don't think there's a great deal of stuff to... Scotland Yard? That's a strange game name. But yeah, it's just mainly new-ish books. Like these, look. Like 70s, 80s, 90s. But nothing massively. What is all that? That looks like a beehive. Do you reckon it is? It is, isn't it? Look. That's honeycomb, isn't it? It could have been a wasp's nest, but it looks more like a beehive. And look at it. Look how much there was. I can't see any bees or dead wasps there. Jesus Christ, man. The torch just unscrewed and fell off. That scared me to death. Absolutely scared me to death. Right, give me a minute. Bloody hell. Yeah, this handle is from an old torch that we used to use. And I use it on all of my new ones. But it normally doesn't unscrew, but it has. Anyway, yeah, look at the amount of nest or whatever you want to call it, hive there is there. There's loads. Oh, something stick me in the face. That were horrible. But yeah, like I said, I can't see a single dead bee or wasp. So I don't know whether they've relocated them, because I know they do sometimes, don't they? They'll go in and they'll find the queen, and then they'll take her out, and all the rest will then be subdued and go into like a fake one and be taken away. It's really clever how they do it. I thought there was someone behind. I moved my torch and you see through that door there's a shadow. I thought someone was just walking in room then. That's what I'm saying about these places. The shadows just freak you out, but I love explores in the dark so much better than ones in the light. Now, I don't know what any of these did as a job, because there's things that look like blueprints from 2000 and early 2000s on here, which maybe that's where he's made his money. He's a designer or a architect, sorry, that sort of thing. I'm not sure, but there just seem to be quite a lot of similar sorts of documents. And then let's see what these pictures are. Oh, it's a massive wedding photo. Huge wedding photo. So these are not related, and there are loads of people in there as well, look. Yeah, that's not really related to the stuff over this side then. Someone was saying in the comments the other day that everybody has that one drawer or that one cupboard where they put all the rubbish and the bits of things. I feel like my house is that drawer, and I have one drawer that is perfectly clean and looked after. The rest of my house is just a tip because I've got far too much stuff. I do need to declutter. I'm going to turn into one of these hoarders, I'm telling you now. Right, what's this? Ministry of Defence. Ministry of Defence. Le Marshal de Logis Maureen Pierre. Oh, I don't know if I'm showing an address. I don't think... No, I'm not. No, I'm not. It is an address, but it's not for here. 1975. Regiment de Discipline Générale des Armées. Letter de Felicitations. I don't know. I don't want to understand what it is. But it's from 1994 anyway. I don't know if it's his discharge from the army or something. I'm not sure. Anyway, I think we've seen everything in this room. Oh, there's this little room to go and have a look in as well, isn't there? Let me get in first. Right, this room is a lot smaller than the other one. I can only just turn round. It seems to have a lot of artwork, what looks like historic newspapers and stuff in here. Look at this one. Pour in Sortir. Where's it from? 1943. So, slap bang in the middle of the war. Oh, that's good, that. These things should be saved, though, newspapers and things like that from the war. It's a bit of history, isn't it, of what was going on at the time. I've got to be very careful with it, though. In fact, I'm not even going to try because it's so delicate. So delicate. It is good, though, that. You've got Che Guevara there. So he likes his history of strong people. Is that Lenin? I thought it was Rasputin at first, but I think it might be Lenin. Then some French military person over there as well, but I don't know about French people. We've already worked that out. So yeah, he likes his dictator types, doesn't he? These strong characters from history, whether they be right or wrong. Right, I was just about to leave this room, and then I noticed this album. It's going to be a bit awkward to do, though, because I can't... If I rest it on that, it leans the wrong way. If I rest it on that, it's too high up. If I rest it on my knee, it's going to fall off. So we're going to have to go for knee, I think. Let's see if... No, that's not going to work. It's going to have to be on here. Oh, Geneva. Oh, are they all postcards? I thought they were photos. I'd be gutted if they're just postcards. I do like that's stuck together. I do like postcards because it shows like a period of time. Lake Leman. Yeah, a period of time that is now gone. The buildings and stuff. But you don't connect to it because there's not the people in it that there would be if it was proper photos. Lake du Bourget. Barrage de Geniciat. I don't know where any of these places are, actually, if I'm being honest. Lyon. I know where Lyon is. Yeah, they're all postcards. Luxembourg. I was there last year. So, yeah, I do like things like that. It's just really awkward. Really awkward. And the postcards, not photos. And once again, I know that for a fact there'll be somebody telling me off. Going, oh, Matt, just spend a little bit more time. But I need to get around this place before I get caught. I don't want to miss the good stuff because of something like postcards. And I know that sounds awful because I do love things like that. But I've got to prioritise. Oh, my God. I've just properly panicked. I couldn't get out the door. The door was jammed. I had to drag it to get it open. That really scared me for a second. I don't like being in tight spaces, and although it's not that tight, I don't like the thought of being locked in somewhere. Like cells when I go in, like prison cells and stuff when I explore. I feel bad about that. I don't like shutting the door. Right, upstairs we go again. Oh God, I've got to try and squeeze past this. Hang on. Oh yeah, we did go in there. That's where it's all fallen down. Oh, there's another door here, look. Let's have a look. Guessing this is a toilet. Halfway up the stairs again. Why is it go down? What? What is happening here? That goes down so steep. Shower room. But that is ridiculously steep. Goes down 5 foot, straight down. I'm not standing on that floor though, because of the floor below. I don't trust it. That was the biggest I've ever done in my life. Look at those bellows. They are huge. Jesus Christ. Imagine sticking that up your bumhole and getting someone to jump on it. Blow you up like a bloody balloon. I haven't really put weight on, that's what's happened to me. Someone stuck one of them up my bum and I'm like... Right, what is going on with the dodgy wigs? There's one there, bits of one there. Although it is very much in the African culture to wear wigs, isn't it? So it may be one of the ladies that were living here. I've got some needlework up there as well. This wallpaper is horrid. It reminds me of 1980s, 70s, like, wallpaper that your nana would have. It's awful. I don't like it at all. Anyway, I feel I need to be a bit more careful up here because there's more damp and things falling off, look, and the floors aren't quite as good. Oh my Lord. All these rooms just excite me. Every single one I go in, I'm just like, oh, look at this. Yeah, so once you get past the smell of the clothing on the floor, you're into a little 4-poster bed with wigs all over it, like hair weaves and stuff like that, whatever they are. Don't ask me, I'm not sure about wigs. I've never been with anyone that's worn wigs, so there's only person I could think that could do with a wig is Andy. But oh look, another happy birthday mum thing. I don't like it because these clothes are touching my head. It's making me feel a bit weird. The smell of them is just awful. And 1990s thing. That's a big wardrobe. That's got some bulk to it. I don't know where to get. Don't look at this tiny door. I feel like it's not even a door. Can I get in here or what? Where would that take? Can I get round the other way to it? Just a minute. Bit confused. Because surely, is there a corridor behind it there? Wait a minute. Yeah. I wonder if I can access it from the other side. It might be like a changing room or something for the other bedroom. Because there's air coming through there. But there's no way of opening it. We'll go and check around the other side in a minute. I like the 4-poster bed, but I don't like that there's pants hanging on everything. There's knickers like just hanging up, bras and stuff. Andy'd love it. Freaks me out. Look at this on here there. I've got a good, oh bloody hell. A little good old photo there, look. Some Marys and some midgets. Mary's massive, look at the size of them. They're tiny. Another bit of a wig. That's for your rings and stuff, innit, I think. Maybe necklaces. And then them there. And then some quite African looking clothing in here as well. So it's good. I love it. Apart from, I don't love it all. Once again, like I said to you, it's something different. It's like, we tend to see a lot of European stuff. So to see African stuff as well is really good. I like it because it's like a different culture, a different background, and not the sort of stuff that you just see week in, week out. Now, I'm 99% sure that the woman that slept in this bed had a severe problem with snoring. The guy hated it, couldn't sleep in here, But the only way he sorted it out was to get lots and lots of like things to put in your ears, and the wax as well. People put big lumps of wax in their ears so they can't hear it. Rachel used to have to do it with me because I snore like a nightmare. I'm like a train. Like Andy snores. I've got recordings of Andy snoring when we've stayed in like Russia and places like that, and we've shared a double bed. Not in that way, but he said every night he had to get to sleep before me, because if he didn't... Right, I don't know where this bit takes you. I don't know if it's like a changing room through here or another... Oh, it's getting a bit damp on this floor. I think it's a changing room. Oh no, it's another bedroom. Oh, I like it in here. That bed's bit like really high off the floor. Oh, it echoes weird in here though. There's a strange sound to this room. You can never pick up on that. That's one thing that doesn't pick up on the camera. The difference between the noises in rooms. And it makes a difference to how a room feels. I find when a room's damp, it deadens the sound. So it makes it feel creepier. And it's already creepy because it's damp and like a bit icky. But when the walls are like fresh and dry, it's got more of a... It's a weird thing to explain it as, but like a sharp sound. More of a, like the sound bounces back fast and sharp. And it just gives the whole room a different feel, and it doesn't pick up on camera. And I wish it did, but it doesn't. But yeah, it's got that feeling in here. Look at that. Oh my Lord. That is one... I'm guessing it's made out of one coconut, that. But it's good, that is. Really good. You know, like I say, this big bed's really good. I really like it. I don't know whether the Japanese bedding goes with it very well, but I do like it. What we got on here? Just a few chargers and sprays and things like that. And a big cross in there. The thing is, when you come in these places, the first few rooms, you're like, wow, look how high the ceilings are, and wow, look at the size of the furniture. When you get, after you've been in a few rooms, you sort of forget to wow anymore because you've seen it in all the other rooms. But say if I went into one house and every other room had got nothing in it, and I walked into this room first, and I was like, oh, it'd be brilliant. But you sort of lose that wow after the first room. It's weird. It's so strange how that works in your head. It becomes the norm. Now, I'm definitely getting concerned about the next floor up. Like, this one is very damp, but the floors are still in a solid state, whereas it's starting to go through up there, which is worrying. We've got the other side of this set of stairs to do yet. I don't think... We didn't go in here, did we? Oh, it's the attic. It's the attic up there, and it looks a bit spooky as well. So this is the last of the bedroom. Oh, wow. They are so cool. This room is massive. It is huge. They are so cool. Look at them. I want them. I want them for the office, just to put up, like on a shelf or something. They are so cool. What else we got in here? Yeah, look, once again, double bed. Double bed there. Double bed there. But these pieces, I don't think you understand how big these pieces of furniture are that are in here. And this room still seems huge. Like, that wardrobe, we could fit me, Andy, Adam, Mark, and probably Dan from Fighters. To be fair, Dan from Fighters could probably fit in that bottom drawer down there. Us three big men could fit in the rest of it. He's gonna kill me if he sees that. He's definitely gonna kill me. Look at these on here though. You've got the old style cards. I like those cards when they've got like the old queens and kings on. Not the ones that you get today that all look the same. Look, it's like an old style. And the R is for Rex, I'm guessing. Don't know what the D would stand for. But yeah, the old fashioned ones. That's awful but good at the same time. I feel that's like quite collectible. There's nothing on it. Oh, it's chipped as well, which is a shame. I feel like that's something that people would want, even though I think it's terrible. That's good though. That looks old. That looks pretty old. Actually, is it? Almost looks like a photograph at the bottom. I don't know. And then this is brilliant, but I'm going to go around the other side to show you that because I can't quite get to it. This is the thing with these places, there's so much to look at. And like, you go in one, this is what I was just saying about like the furniture and the ceilings. You go in one room and there's a boar's head. So then the next room you go in and you look at a picture that normally would be like, wow. And you're like, oh, it's a picture. I want to see another boar's head. Do you know what I mean? So it's a bit weird, really. But I actually love this. I think it's really, really good. I don't know what it's depicting. Like, I don't know who he is with Jesus for a start. Whether that's supposed to be God, or if it's supposed to be Joseph, or if it's just some random man with a beard that's nicked him. But taking him off to see Madeleine McCann. Oh God, that's bad. I should have said that, Matt. You should have said that. Oh, I can't edit myself out. That'd be silly. Oh, look. Ooh. Bat. How am I not surprised? I had a feeling we were going to see a bat. Hey up, where's this door that leads to this corridor? Unless it's there in there. I think I'm going to have to go back and look. I'm hoping that bat's gone now. Either that or just chilling out in that cupboard. Like I said, not scared of bats, but I'm still not a fan of them going in your face. It's a bit off-putting. Right, I've got to be careful. Because we're in there. And although I can't see it anymore, that doesn't mean it's not just round that corner. Look at this though. That's cool. I quite like that. That looks like Knight Rider. Then you've got a big fur coat. I'm very, very wary of it just coming out at me. This fur coat is rock hard. Do you have to like keep them... Do you have to like look after them to keep them from going hard or something? Because it definitely feels very stiff on the arm. Like, you'd be struggling to bend your arm with that. Oh, fucking hell. There you are. Oh, you little bitch, don't come near me. Just stay there. Stay there, and I'll not come any closer if you don't come any closer. You little fuckwit. Don't you dare. I want to go and look at them toys in there as well, nah, and I can't. Why? What else we got down here? I'm having to like look up as I'm looking down, which makes no sense. Yeah, little toys, so they obviously had kids in here as well. Right, mate, you wait over there. I'm going this way, okay? You're okay. It's ridiculous. It weren't anywhere near me and I'm still like, fucking idiot. No. Let's go back in there again. Oh God. I'm scared to go in this toilet because I feel like there's going to be one in here. I thought that were a massive one hanging down then. Right, give me a sec. It's going to be a bit awkward getting past this. But I sort of want to look out of that window. Right, there's definitely been bats in here. Because there is bat poo everywhere. And I'm a little bit concerned that there's going to be some above my head. But look at the floor. It's the original flooring. But that's not original. That's like a big Japanese thing. It's like Japanese themed in here. But yeah, look at all the bat poo there. Loads and loads. Look at that. A little corner thing. Right. What can we see out of this window? Just panicking. What can we see out of this window? Well, we can see that we're actually really high up. Oh my Lord. Look, we're almost at the top of the building. See what we can see of this tower. I've got to be really careful. I don't drop it. Yeah, look, there's the top of the tower. It's like Blackpool with Peter Kay. But yeah, I want to be able to show you this properly outside, but it's so dark. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, but we will try. I want to know what this bit's for as well. There's this bit here. feel like that's for something, but I don't know what. I can't believe how high that is, actually. I didn't realise we were that high up. Anyway, let's keep looking. If you look beyond the Japanese thing, look, there's painting and all sorts up there that's slowly fading away off the wall. I thought you might be able to get to the top of the tower. I thought you might be able to get on like something you could stand on up there, but clearly not. But yeah, this little table that fits round is good. I do like that. Right, let's go and risk the wrath of the bat again. I'm hoping he's gone. In the time it's taken us to have a look in there, I hope he's disappeared. Now, although I do want to go and look in there, and people will be like, oh, you're a big pussy for not doing it, it's only a bat. But it's not about that. It's not about me going, oh, and being scared. It's the fact I don't want to scare the bat. Like, there was that bat that got injured last time when I saw bats in France. So I don't want to hurt it or get bitten. And right, as usual, you've got all the sparkly 1980s Christmas stuff packed away somewhere in the house. But we now need to make our way back in here and head up those stairs. In fact, did we look on here? Oh, I don't know if that's from Lourdes with like holy water in. Oh yeah, it says Lourdes at the bottom there, look. That's, Lourdes is in France, isn't it? I don't know whereabouts in France. So maybe it's just down the road and they can just go and pick the water up whenever they want. I don't know. They were definitely religious though. But I know a lot of African families are. Oh, that glass is beautiful. That's so dainty. I feel like it's quite old, that. And these, look at these ones here. Not the 2000 ones, the ones beyond them with the little engraving on. Because they're really thin. They're a bit like martini glasses, those. Then you've got some cups up there as well. Right, there's no point in me looking on the bottom of them because they'll all be French. I think I might have just solved the mystery. So, Pierre-Georges Morin did his national service, card of national service, in Cameroon, Africa, in 1966, the year Andy was born. So I wonder if that's why he was over in Africa and then met his future wife. Maybe, maybe not, but it does seem to tie in. I've just also been looking in here. Look at that big spoon. That's all right. Beast of a spoon. Way up. Something made a noise outside. I think it was an owl though. Right. Let's go up these stairs. I've got to be really careful up here though, because it just looks dodgy. Very dodgy. Look at it up here. Freaky. Now, I was thinking as well, what sort of person do you have to be to do this sort of thing? Would you do this? Sorry, noises. Would you come into a building hundreds of miles from home? I think I'm 700 miles from home, on your own, up into the dark, creepy attics and down into the cellars on your own. Do you think you could do it? And if you do, what would make you do it? Money? The love of looking around places like this, like I do? Or something else? What would have to happen for you to be able to put yourself in this position? I'm reckoning we're going to come across a fair few more bats up here. So I'm walking up here quite warily. I'm also confused why there is a tennis table up here. It's a big space. So I wonder if they had the kids up here like in a games room. Because look, you've got foosball. What's this? Super ding ball. I don't know what that is. Something like to do with athletics, look. I don't think there's loads up here. Well, at this side anyway. Oh, is that a sledge? Oh, I bet you got some right snow around here. We're right up in the hills here as well. It's like almost mountains. It could even be actual mountains. Obviously a mountain has got to be over a certain height, otherwise it's just a big hill. But we are high up. We do seem like I've been going uphill for ages and ages and ages to get here. Now, it is a bit weird up here because, look, they've breeze blocked that wall. There's bits of it that look really ancient and old, and then bits that have been changed over time. I don't know what purpose for. There's also a hell of a lot of bird poo on the floor. I like this bed though, this little metal frame bed. It's only very simple, but it's showing its age. I like it. Right, let's go and have a look at the other end. I don't think there's very much anything up here to look at, but you just never know. Little wasp's nest there. Something's moving in here. I don't know if it's something outside on the ceiling itself. These all look like new beams. It's a new ceiling, a new roof, sorry, and new beams. So I wonder if it got in a really bad state and they did it all up. But then now it's been left again. What a shame. Is that an old fireplace? It's got a little bit at the side, look. God, standing on all sorts of stuff that looks too big to be. Like, look at that. They're massive. They're not bird poos. Yeah, a little bit. That's meant to be there, but what was it for? Has this been bricked up? Because look, newish mortar there. So is there something at the other side of that you can get to? Whoa! Fucking hell. You little shithead. Don't do that to me. I keep thinking this is a dead animal down here. I don't know what it is. Please don't come back out of that hole. Oh! Hang on a minute. This is the top of the tower. In here, I am very scared that it's going to come straight into my face in a minute. And I don't like people covering my face. Yeah, this is the top of the tower. So if I wanted to, which I sort of do, but I'm not going to, I could climb up to the top of the tower. But I'm not with that bat in there. But look, you can see all the hand chisel marks on these rocks, these stones. What is that all about? Oh, it's just, I don't know. I thought it were insulation, but now I'm not too sure. It seems a bit small for just a bit of insulation. Anyway, let's go through to the other side. So far, the floors seem fine, although there is a wet bit here. Oh, there's an open window, that's why. Yeah, look, the floorboards are looking a bit damp there, and there's things underneath it. But that's because that's got no glass in it. Surely it's easy enough to cover that bit up. But look through here. You've got a castle, little kids' castle. This would be great for your kids up here if they weren't. Fucking hell! If they weren't freaked out by it, right? I could imagine the kids getting quite scared by it up here. To be honest, another foosball table. That one looks slightly better. Fucking, I am just scanning the ceiling, looking for things ready to come and get me. I'm an idiot. Old bed frames. A big serving pot thing on top of there. And old irons. A couple of old irons that you'd put straight into the fire. What else we got? Big old bottle down there. Table tennis bat in the corner up there. There's all sorts. There's books, like really old books, just shoved up here as well, from 1900. Why are they shoved in here? What a waste. Anyway, like I said, I didn't expect there to be loads in here, but there is lots and lots of... Oh, another window that's open. You can put in a brand new roof and then forget to put any glass in the windows. What an idiot. What a stupid thing. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else to look at around here. Not that I can see anyway. Apart from these skates. I used to have ones that you attach to your feet like that. Roller skates. And that is vile. It is just covered in poo. But the thing is, right, there's that castle, wherever it is, behind me. You're literally living in your own little castle, aren't you? Here. How good would that be as a kid to live somewhere like this? In the middle of the French countryside where you could just run wild and you get your mates to come round and come and like stay in your castle. It's so good. Right, we're heading back down out of this building and we'll go and look in the other ones and I'll try and show you outside the building as well. I know the person that I know that came here did some cracking drone footage. So when I do the behind the scenes thing, I might see if I can ask him to borrow it to show you, but I can't at the moment. Anyway, oh, there was that little door as well we were on about that I said looked like went down a little corridor there. I can't get it open. I've tried. I'm not going to break it, but it's a mystery. Right, we're back outside. We're going to go down in here first, I think. Down these steps. I'm surprised there's no cellar for the building we've just been in. I can't see anything, but maybe they didn't need it because they got this. Bloody hell. Well, this is bigger than I expected it to be inside. It's huge. All the wine bottles in there. You know what? I'm shocked where we are that there's been no animals hiding out in these places. I've already told you I'm worried about wild boars now. Panicking about wild boars. But cats, like feral cats and things, I'm surprised there's not any because they're warm in these places. Now I've got a lot more wine stuff, like wine bottles knocking about. I've also got a lot more nuts on the floor. Absolutely lovely black Christmas tree. Some old bottles up there as well. I don't know what that white stuff is. I could see that when I first came in. And I have no idea what that is, but it looks vile. Absolutely disgusting. More wine things. Now I'm wondering if this is for coal or something in here. Or is it more wine? Oh, it seems to be more wine, but we're in like a little round room. This is weird, isn't it? Oh, it's those like we've seen before in Italy, like where they have wine in bigger things. But this is weird. Oh Lord, you can't see it, I don't think, but there's millions and millions of flies or mosquitoes or something in here. We are moving. I'm surprised the bats aren't in there eating them. I don't want bleeding AIDS or dengue fever or whatever you get from mosquitoes and flies. So I'm shifting away from them. But let's head up above this now anyway. Now I don't actually know if we can get in this bit from this side. I don't know if it connects to the other side. Don't really fancy climbing through this little window if I'm being honest. What have we got in here? We could just try the door, that'd be a good idea, wouldn't it really? Well, that was the easiest thing to do in the world. Ooh, big moth just hit me in the eyeball. Right, what can we see in here? Ooh! Bats is what I can see in here. Oh no, big old boot. Is there any more? Oh, look at them. Them for making wine as well. They're huge. Not as big as the ones that we saw in Italy that time, but they are pretty big. All the floors in here are proper stone floors as well. They're not like wood, big slabs of stone. Yeah, look, huge. I don't know what this little bit is. Is this another? Oh, this is the bit we were under a minute ago. I'm guessing that's more wine storage. I am So scared that we're going to get bat attacked. Can't actually get in because of my bag. Oh yeah, it's like a dome top again, look. With stuff to hang up. And this is what we saw before as well, loads of corn. Like it's for... Didn't someone say it was to make alcohol? Some sort of crude alcohol out of corn. There were loads of it when we went to Italy. I'm getting tired again now. It's when I'm doing all the, like, going down and up and down. My back kills. Really, really hurts. Still had people in the comments saying, osteoporosis, arthritis, what else? They're telling me all sorts. Oh, just shut up. I broke my back when I was a kid in a car crash. My back hurts because of that. My knees hurt from jumping off a wall. And there we go, look as well. That's off a... Is that from a plough? Did that go on an horse? Or is it for carrying milk? Did a woman have that? I don't think a woman had that. I think it's for an horse, isn't it? Right. Back out of this ridiculously low room. Look. It's not me so much that don't fit. It's because I've got a bag on. And then I get to this bit. And suddenly my bag won't fit. So I've got to go down even further. Right, next room. Right, I've got to be ultra careful in here. I don't think I can go in. Because, look. It's very windy in here anyway. But big holes in the floor. I don't think there's much to see up there apart from a toilet and some chairs. So there's no point me going in. And I know there'll be a lot of people relieved about that. What a shame though. This bit of the building is just going to fall down soon. Right, we've come back through. Little go-kart there. I'm telling you, it's an amazing place to live if you're a kid. But I didn't realise there were some more stairs up here. Or maybe I did. Maybe I'm just going a bit mental. But I've just looked. I thought I'd been in here about an hour and a half. It turns out, since I got out the car, it's been 4 hours. I think it's because I've enjoyed it so much. And like my mind's been on other things. But that time has gone so fast. Oh Lord. There's nothing really in here, apart from a mini plough. But there is a room at the end in that tower. Oh my God, the stairs are leaning. I just stood on that and it went off to one side and all these steps are a bit fooked. Don't like it. And look, it's coming away from the wall. Don't like it, but yet I carry on going. This one definitely looks dodgy. Hold on to that, Matt, hold on to that. Oh, it's creaking. It's creaking. Oh. Right. Is this floor walkable? Yeah, look, it's like a hand plough, that. Don't be 3 out of 3, please. That don't feel very safe. I think someone's put these down up floor for a reason. Oh, you can hear it underneath what I'm stood on cracking. What is going to be in here? Probably not much. And the quick and easy answer to that was not much. Just some chairs on the top of the tower. So let's get back out of here and go to the other building. I don't know why I'm filming myself going back over it, but it's making me feel more comfortable that you're here with me. Oh God. Oh fuck. Oh, I thought I'd gone then. I thought it was just a bit of wood that I took my foot back off that made a noise. I didn't like this bit when I came over it last time. It feels really spongy, that bit. Come on. Yes, I think we're back all right again now. Jesus, what you didn't see then is I just slowly went to put my foot down onto there and my torch went. Luckily, I've got amazing subscribers that have sent me like 3 or 4 new torches. I don't think you realise how important a torch is to me. It's probably the most important thing after my camera. Like if I haven't got a torch, I can't explore. You can't just use a a phone torch or something. It's just not good enough. And cheap torches are terrible. Maybe it's personal preference, but there's nothing I hate more than when you see people with round torches and it's got like a yellow glow around the outside of it, and I hate it, especially for photos. Like, exploring's not so bad, but like this, it just shines on everything. It just lights up everything. It's so much better. Right, we're going the last bit of the buildings within this enclosure. I literally can't see any way of getting out in the middle of here. So I think then we're going to have to go back in the house in order to go out the front door, or out of the front of the building anyway. And then at least I'm about to try and show you something. Unless we can get out through here. But I think this is just going to be another storage room. Another dump it room, and it looks like it. From what I can see. Oh Lord, look. Oh God. It's bikes. Loads of bikes. I thought they were a chopper at first. Yeah, there's an old racer up there. And then I thought that were a chopper. It's a Bianchi Cross. But I don't think I can get in there. Is it a big drop out of this window? Bloody hell. No, it's not big. Oh, we can probably get out here then to look round the other side of the building. Right, we've just come through there. Just to give you an idea of what this place is like. I'm trying to work out what that is, actually. A big thing there. Like, I thought it were a cannon at first. But yeah, every side of the building just about has got a big drop off. Like a proper castle with a moat. But you can see half of this building has tumbled down. This second building we're looking at. I don't know if I can get through here to show you around this side of the house. I'm going to give it a bit of a look now and see. Right, as you can see, it's hard work because of the brambles. This is the front of the house. Not that you can really see it that well because everything's overgrown. But if we head up this way, I think I'm about to show you the tower. Like I said, make sure you tune in for behind the scenes. And if nothing else, I'll put some photos of the place in so you can see it. But I think this is where I went in round this bit here. So I think I'm round at the right place. Yeah, this is the door that I went in because it freaked me out. Because I got to here and suddenly that curtain moved quite quickly. But it was the breeze blowing through the house. It seems to have calmed down a little bit now. But we can get down this track and I can sort of show you the tower. Once again though, it won't be the best view of it in the world. Not yet anyway. Is that it? Yeah, it's there. Look, it's terrible. What a terrible view of it. It goes all the way up the side of the building there. It's brilliant. But even to get in here were creepy. You've got all these little stairs. And when I came, it was like half light. So all the shadows were out. Just seemed a bit freaky. And then you've got old iron gates. There's a big one on the main entrance that you have to climb round as well. But these ones are just to get up to the path to get inside. And then I think this must be the drive here. Where they take, you know, the bit we saw round the back with the big gates. I reckon that probably originally went up there, but now it doesn't anymore. Right, I hope you've enjoyed that as much as I have. I have loved that explore, and it was worth the 10 hours on the road today. Honestly, it was. And now I'm going to go start setting back again. Another 2 hours tonight and the rest tomorrow. Anyway, love you all. See you later. Please subscribe if you've not, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.